Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever any of you guys are at. Welcome to the Phantom Frequency. I am your host, Ghostish. I once was dead, but now I am alive. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be working on another BGM track. I really want to try to get as much BGM practice as possible because I want to make a BGM for my channel that I'm proud of. You know what I mean? So, last track I wasn't super proud of. I was super uninspired last week. I was dealing with some minor stuff and minor life issues, dealing with uninspiration, dealing with just kind of life in general, and just feeling, I guess you could say, like on the cusp of like burnout from music and stuff like that. But because I've been doing a track per week, but I don't want to lose that momentum. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose that practice. And I think some of you guys know that I have a specific view on burnout and stuff like that. But today this week, we're going to give it our all. And I'm going to do my best. So today we're actually going to start on drums. Let's see here. So I have an empty view, and I'm just going to listen to this reference track, try to get a feel of tempo and kind of what I want to do. And I definitely want to start with drums. So I don't normally start with drums. I usually start with like chords, but I want to start with drums this time, kind of get a feel for the groove. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one actually sounds very slow. It's about 80 BPMs. I'm actually listening to a song called Superstar by Sharo. Again, I'm using Sharo as my inspiration. So we'll go about doing that. I just want to skip ahead a little bit to see if it jumps in BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it is. This one seems very chill. So what I could do is I could do like a half, or like double the BPM, because it feels like it's like around 82, 80, like 85 to 82 BPMs. So I think, and actually I can probably turn on desktop audio so you guys can actually hear, because I'm pretty sure this song is, like you can use it, because Shuttle is very generous with his music. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen. You can hear that cowbell. This is super chill. It's actually very slow. Okay, so we're actually gonna go with 80, which is very slow. I could bump it to 160, and then just do halftime like most of the time, but I want to see what I can do with 80 BPM. Again, this song is called Superstar by Shuttle. Right now I'm trying to listen to the drums, because I have an issue, right, where like the melody obviously, and this just means, I don't think it's a problem actually, I think it just means that the original artist is doing a very good job, right? The melody pops, The chords are kind of behind that, and the drums. It depends on the genre too, right? But the drums are kind of hard for me to pay attention to, right? So let's see. So, okay, maybe we can start with something like that. So let's pick a kick. I also want to try to be as productive, I guess is not the right word, but as quick as possible, because I have to do like a hard stop stream at in about a couple hours, 2 p.m. my time, 2:30 p.m. my time. Because then I got to do an errand for maybe like an hour or so, and then I'm gonna come back and play Claire Obscure. So I'll actually be doing 2 streams today. This time it's going to be, or right now we're gonna be doing music, and then later is gonna be Claire Obscure, which is such a good game. All right, so let's take a listen again to what kind of kick he's listening to, or he's using. And I love the chords are kind of aligned with the kick, which is actually what a lot of artists do. So it's like it's a very like very like short kick, something like that. Maybe not as intense, but ooh, this one might be good. We're just gonna throw some kicks down, see which ones I actually really like. That one's pretty good too. This one's nice, nice and short. Also, for those of you who are curious and those who have been asking, I finally made a community Discord. So come swing by. We'd love to have you. Very much focused on the stream, as well as a place for artists, both artists in general, content creators, musicians, just people who love the arts, to come in, get some feedback, share their work, and stuff of like, safe for work, of course, but excited to have you guys there if you want to swing by and check it out. There's another kick specifically. I don't want to spend too much time going through all of these kicks, but shout out to Big Jib over here, coming out with some clutch, very simple kicks. We're gonna do let's actually pick a key. I still don't know how to choose like what keys would be best, so we're just gonna go with like let's go with E major. I'll go with E major. So I think we're probably gonna go with one of these ones. And shout out to Jim Verselocks, I think, right? That's what he's got, a bunch of free royalty-free samples on his Discord. I kind of like this one too. It's like nice and punchy. Okay, let's turn some of this off because it's a little much. Actually, let's see what that would sound like. Yeah. There's that click that's happening with this kick. Let me see if I can try to fix it. Is that click like... Oh, it's in there. You can hear it. Okay, so let's not use that one actually. Trying to figure out what vibe I want to go for. Yeah, so it's gonna be probably in between this one, which has quite a bit of nice transients. Oh, sorry, let me turn off desktop audio because you guys are probably getting too or what I can do is I can turn on desktop audio and then just turn off Ableton. That might be better. There we go. So now you can hear. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Sorry, my apologies for your ears. Minus 20, not 20. There we go. Let's make sure they're the same volume so I can... Actually, they're the same kick. Silly me. Okay, cool. So we're going to go with this kick. I like it. And we're just going to cut off around like right there. Maybe that's a little too much. I kind of just want to cut off like the subsection of it. I know people tell me not to do the hard cut like this, but I can't really help it. There we go. You get the nice bassy punchiness of the sub from the kick. I just pray I don't run into any phase issues, right? Yeah, we'll do 30. And then let's turn on this bus again and get a... Okay, so it's nice and punchy. I'm not quite sure that's what I want. So right now I'm just shaping the sound. Here, let's just throw down a beat real quick so that way I can just loop it. Let's go back to my... Alright, let's just do 4 on the floor real quick. Whoops. Actually, let's make it a bit more interesting. And then just loop this portion of it so that way I can actually hear what I'm doing. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to shape these drums. Because it's a little too bass heavy for kind of what I'm going for. And obviously what I'm going for, sorry, let me turn down my desktop audio so you guys can actually hear me. What I'm going for is BGM. So something not too wild. Here, actually, let's turn this off and then instead work on the transient shaper here. Let me turn on my screen capture. We'll clip this. Turn up the attack. Turn down the sustain just a tad bit. kind of like that as it is. I think it might be a little too transient though. Maybe turn down the speed. Yeah, there we go. Give it a little bit more of that and turn on the sustain. And I'd like to scoop out a little bit of this. It's a little too much. There we go. Maybe like that. Okay. And then, so we shaped that portion of it. Now let's kind of shape this report right here. All right, added a little bit of boom. Make sure the frequency is set to E because I'm working in E. Get a little bit more crunch. And then turn down. This is obviously going to change once I introduce the snare. But for now, I just kind of want to see where we're at right now. So that's a little too much. That's way too much. Let's decrease the output a bit. Actually, I'm just going to increase the grid a little bit. A little too much compression. What's up, D? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna go ahead and increase just a tad bit. Okay, kind of like how that sounds, but I think we need to chill out on some of the errors. And then there's a clicking that I don't particularly enjoy. I'm doing well. Doing very well. Today's a good day. Sundays are always good days. I watched the church service that the church that I usually go to. They also do like a live section or a live session. So I did that. I watched it online instead of actually going in person this time. And then because I woke up kind of late. But today I plan on doing a music stream for a couple hours. And then I got some errands to do, and then I'll be back, and I'll be playing Claire Obscure. Very, very excited. I love the game so far. It's very fun, especially for someone who hasn't played games in a few years. It's been very, very fun. How are you? How's it going? That's a little too much. I feel like the transient is still way too much. Let's turn down the... Like, it sounds like there's a rim shot going in with the kick. online too, but yeah, sounds like a fun day plan. Excited to see gameplay later as well. Awesome. Yeah, of course. Of course. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate it. There's, hold on. Let me see if I can spot where that transient. Sounds like it's coming from there. Maybe if I can widen the cube a bit. It could just be part of the kick too. Which it sounds like it is. Right? There's a huge transient there that I'm not a huge fan of. Maybe we can Hi, Sophie. How's it going? Yes, it is me again. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Maybe instead of parallel, we do a little bit more low end. No, you know what? I think it's just the kick. Ugh. Okay. I want a chill kick. I think this kick is a little too much. So I know we decided on one, but we're actually gonna change it up. What genre? I'm attempting. Ooh, that's a lot better. I am attempting Kawaii BGM. So I really want to make a BGM that I'm proud of, that I can actually use on my stream, where I'm like, I made this and I'm like proud of it. You know what I mean? Because I've made 2 BGM so far and I'm like, they're all right. So right now I'm just trying to get better at it. Because it's such a different beast compared to like Kawaii Future Bass or any type of like bass heavier songs. Like the past few songs that I've been making are very like they're foreground music, right? They're very like upbeat, very like in your face kind of like music, stuff that you would actually listen to, and not just have in the background, kind of like chill, mellow, something to like hum to or whatever. So trying to tone it down yet still keep the complexities, or rather balance out the complexities, is quite challenging. But it's fun. Audio, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. How's it going? How are you doing today? Let's go with shout out to Big Jibba on Twitch. He made this kick, and this kick is like nice, dude. He's kind of he does feedback streams on Twitch, and I've submitted my songs, some of my tracks to him, and he's given me quite a bit of feedback. And a lot of the feedback that I get from him is just like, dude, you need better sound selection. And I'm like, dang, okay. Like, your kicks are too XYZ. You need something simple. And I'm like, just use the kick in my sample pack that you have. And I'm like, all right, fair. It's a simple kick. There's not too much transients, you know. It's like just simple. He made that with his mouth, dude. Just like a puh kind of thing. And then of course he like processed it or whatever, but it's a nice kick. A song like lo-fi, kind of lo-fi without the actual lo-fi, right? So chill, but without the low fidelity filter that lo-fi kind of has. Yeah, beatbox kick. It's got a nice ring to it. I wonder if I can just reset this. I should be able to if I just double click. No? Okay. Oh yeah, it's the gain. Got it. There we go. I want to cut out here, of course, the 30 hertz. And honestly, that's it. Let's play around with let's reset this. Play around with the transients, whatever transients there are, right? Maybe let's try to maybe increase the speed. And then maybe lower the sustain a bit and increase the pump. So it's a little shorter. Got that nice attack for a little bit more punchierness, if that's a word. It's not. And then let's play around with the saturation. Just a bit. I don't want to over process this. Let me turn down the dry wet. Okay, yeah, that seems okay. Let's turn up the crunch. And again, this is going to change once I figure out what kind of snare I want to use. But for the time being, yeah, I like that. Also, I apologize if I am taking breaks for my throat. I messed up my throat like last week or at the start of last week or something because of my allergies. So lately it's been very like scratchy and achy, but we work with it. That's too much. That's a little... I think I like... No, where is it? Parallel me in and then kind of increase the grit. Oh, that's too much. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then maybe decrease the... I think that's good for now. Okay, so we got the kick, right? Let me drink some water real quick. And we need to find a snare, right? Let's see. I think let's take a listen back to our reference track. Again, this is called Superstar by Shadow. It's like such a light snare. It's like a very, very, very light snare, like something that I'm not used to because I'm used to like kind of kawaii future bass snares or like dubstep snares. So maybe so something like that is like would not fit the vibe. Maybe something like this. Hold on. Let's throw some of these down, right? Actually, let's fix this right here. We're gonna move this down like that, and then go back into the kick. So what I usually like to do is I like to put my kick and snare on the same track first, initially, so it's easier to kind of modify what I'm looking for and the kind of beat that I'm looking for, and then I usually move it to its own track. It's too long. It's that's not too bad. This one's nice and simple. I kind of like that one too. Not bad. Maybe that one. Whoa, 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 cancel. click on this one just in case. I don't want to. Wildwood, hello. One of the few Twitch streamers I make an effort to catch live. I saw you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank you. You're very, very kind. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so I released a new song yesterday. That was track 20 out of 52. And honestly, like last week was so rough. It was rough. Last week was pretty rough when it came to making music. I just felt super uninspired. I felt kind of slothful. I was just kind of like not feeling it. But I did it. You know what I mean? I did it. I made time, and it's not my most. I'm not super proud of the work. It's not my best work. I kind of like that one too. But I did it. I finished it. I didn't fall behind. I'm on track. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta keep pushing until like. I get that with art. I assume like artist block. You can get the same for music production. Yeah, 100%. Like, but the thing about artist block, the thing about writer's block, right, is that like when does it end? Okay, so this is gonna be a hot take, right? I think when it comes to writer's block, in order to overcome it, you just have to do it. I think you just have to like sit down, either clear your head and just do something, anything. For music production, it's just like, even if you don't have to produce the entire song like just that day, or just an entire section in one day, right? You can just start with like a kick snare pattern. You know what I mean? Like start with something simple. You know, I feel like as long, and you can like, even down the line, you decide you don't want to go with it, scrap it. What matters, I think, is that you are doing something to propel yourself forward. Because I don't know how many of you guys read books, but I highly recommend the book The Compound Effect. It basically talks about every little thing you do, both good and bad compounds. Good, I say good and bad, but both productive and unproductive is a better way to put it, right? Every little thing you do compounds. So another good book is The Atomic Habits, which I highly recommend you read. But like those two books very much touch on like, you got to set in good habits if you want to be successful, right? Even if they're small things. Like for when it comes to music production, it's just like, yeah, I didn't feel like doing it. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, you know, like there's obviously differing opinions when it comes to burnout and stuff like that, right? But I fully think that like it's okay to just like do a little bit. Can I link these books? Yeah, absolutely. Atomic Habits and The Compound Effect. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and send an Amazon link because it's on there. And I mean, you can decide whether or not you want to get it from Amazon or get it from somewhere else. But this one's Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits. Yeah, absolutely. And then this one is The Compound Effect. Two very, very, very good books. Changed my way of thinking. I mean, not completely, right? I mean, I still struggle with like doing the right thing in terms of what is going to be productive for my life. But point being is that I'm putting in the effort, right? And I think that because so many people I feel are like, oh, I get writer's block, or oh, I don't feel like doing this, oh, I don't feel like doing that. And it's like, if you constantly make and nobody's perfect, right? So it's not like you're going to be making these decisions every single time. But if you're constantly making decisions based on how you feel, then you're never going to feel like doing it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with working out. There, oh, dude, I'm convicting myself right now, calling myself out. I haven't been to the gym in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And like that's my own fault, right? Because like I'm like slipping into that kind of laziness mode of it. But I mean, and I'm gonna have to pay the price because when I finally go back to the gym, which I plan on going back tomorrow, I'm gonna get sore. It's gonna happen. And I feel like even when you don't feel like doing it, even if you just ease yourself into whatever you're trying to do, or just do a little bit, like what matters is that you showed up, right? Is that you showed up, you did your best at the time that you could have, because our best at the moment is very different. It's not like you're going to be at 100% your potential every single day of your life. You know what I mean? You can do 100% of your potential for that moment, and that was your best, right? I think, but what matters is that you did your best for the moment, and once you do that, like that compounds, and that habit, it's like winning the day. You know what I mean? You just got to win the moment sometimes. So I know I'm yapping, but definitely how I feel. Yeah, this cat saw Neko, dude. This little cat. I love cats though. I have 2 cats of my own, and they're definitely funny. Okay, snare. Sorry, I gotta re-listen to my reference track. It's like such a light snare, man. These snares are too heavy. Uni work as usual, last module, very nice. Very nice. That means you're almost done, right? I love this snare. If you listen to my old work, I've used this snare in like 5 different songs. You're 1 of 7. Never mind. But you're almost done with the first year, right? Last module for the year. Like, it doesn't sound like a lo-fi snare. Maybe it does. But there's like quite a bit more transients in the snare. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll work with what we have here, which I have quite a bit. I kind of like this one. Ooh. That's a rim shot, but it might work. I think I like this one. Nope. Yep, I think we found the one. It's this one. Yep. Cool. I keep doing that. I don't need to take a screenshot. I really should disable. I keep saying this every time. I need to disable that hotkey, the print screen one, because it's kind of annoying. All right, let's chop this up because it's a little too long. A little bit more, fade it out. Not bad. Okay. How loud is it? We can probably do like -15, might be good, right? Like 3 decibels, maybe a little more, like -18. I usually like to have all like my elements right here. If you can see the green meter right here, I don't like it going above green. Like, see how this one hits the yellow? That's too loud for me, right? Because then I don't want any chance of clipping. I want all my elements to be like at a good healthy volume. I might use this rim shot. Let's shorten it. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Oops, nope. Faded it out just a little bit. Cool. So obviously the sound of the snare is going to change when I put it on its own track, but for now I'd really just like to get the beat down, right? Let's see. Okay, so that's pretty basic, right? This one, right? I gotta remember we're working in low BPM territory, so. All right, we'll do 4 on the floor here, and then we'll edit it from there. Okay, so let's extend it. We'll go up to 4, because 8 is a little long. Maybe something like that. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back to my reference track. I don't want to go too ham on the drums, because I gotta remember this is supposed to be BGM. Okay. So maybe we do something like that, right? So it'll go dun, dun. Okay, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. It's simple, right? Simple is good. Let's actually, instead of 8, we'll do 4 bars, and then okay, maybe go something like that. Okay, yeah. We'll repeat, and then we'll change this section up right here. Bump, right? Let's shrink this down to 4, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. I dig it. I dig it. Nice and simple with a little bit of variation. Okay, we don't need to go super, super complex right now. I like this. So we're gonna go ahead and take this. Actually, we can probably just copy this drum rack down here. And then we're going to take this snare, paste it down here. Show them that. Huh? Ah, I pasted it in the wrong section. Got it. All right, let's shape this. I think it needs less sustain, a little bit more pump. Well, let's turn on clip. Bit more speed, more attack. Maybe less attack. It's too much sustain. Let's take a listen to our reference track. Okay, so the snare is like a little bit more color. Too much. I think I actually want to cut. Cut that portion. And then let's do a little Actually, we can probably take that one out. Something like this, perhaps. Okay, maybe something right here. There we go. And then maybe we play around with the velocity a little bit. It's too low. And then we'll play with a kick. Oh, okay. I was like, yo, hold on. Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, wait a minute, something doesn't sound right. Okay, yeah. That's a lot better, and that explains so much. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're actually going to duplicate this, and we're just gonna be rim, and then we're going to just take the rim out of there, and then take the snare out of there. Okay, cool. Let's turn the rim off. I was wondering why it didn't sound like it was changing much. There's my answer. Just the cube a little bit, and then just turn this. Just a specific sound. Okay, now let's mess around with this. Actually, let's turn the de-esser on just a little bit. It's a little too much. There we go, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the rim shot. Hold on. Okay, right here. Maybe I don't need that much. Okay, and then I kind of want to add like a little clap. Percussion claps. I want like a small clap, but I also want to add this one. This one, yeah. But we'll sprinkle that one in. And then I like this one. Nice and simple. Light. Not too long. Not too crazy. We do gotta shrink that though. Fade it out a little bit. Yep. And then we'll turn down the volume because that's a little loud. Nice. And then I like this one. I think we can probably do -18. Yup. I dig it. Okay, there's not a whole lot that I wanted to add for this one. It's just... Oops. Yeah, there we go. I think maybe it goes something like that, actually. Probably it goes right there, huh? Too many claps. Well, what does it sound like going like that? What if we did something like that instead? Nope. I really want to use it. Yeah, maybe right there. There we go. I think something like that. Do I really need to add any saturation to it? I think it's fine. That's a little too much. Maybe something like... That might be good. Okay, cool. So we have kind of like a groove going, right? Now I kind of want to do... I want to get into chords. Oh, I didn't save. Let's go ahead and save. It's going to be BGM 3. All right, let's take a listen to our... Okay, so... Okay, so we can do something like... I think we're gonna go with Serum like we usually do. And I kind of want to do... I mean, let's try... Or we can maybe do Magical 8-bit. That's too loud, sorry. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of vibe I'm going for. Let's go triangle and see how that sounds. No, we'll come back to that. Let's do serum. Whoops. It's a little bit of a click. It's a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Let's check the volume. It's a little loud. Sure it's like nice in the green. Okay. What was this? I've been using this preset quite a bit for my BGMs. Okay, so we're working E major. Let's turn that up, actually. That's quite low. Sorry. Okay. I want to try something different, right? Just a little... Let's go down an octave. What if we actually did E minor? Pet Cafe, yeah. It's Pando. Pando is actually extension. Down a little bit at the bottom. You can like play with the cat and stuff like that. Give it food. Instead of going within my normal chord progression, I'm trying to find a different one. Something like that. Maybe something. Maybe that's actually not bad. Maybe something. Too early. Something like that. Nope, nope, nope. Let's play around with this, right? No, I don't like that. Hold on. I think I'm getting too complex, right? Okay, so it goes like bump. Okay, so it's like it's really not that complex. Is that a fifth? think it's a little too jazzy. Not bad, yeah. Mm. Hmm. Resolve it. There we go. Maybe something like this. That's not too bad. This though is like too much. So we're gonna take it out. Maybe add it back in later. Not bad. Okay, we can work with this. It doesn't go so much with the kick like I wanted it to, but I think it more aligns with closer to. Actually, I don't even know. So it kind of follows some sort of the drum, but not exactly the kick. More like a combination of all the drum elements, right? So, can I spice it up anywhere? Adding fifths? Because if I just did like this. Completely changes it, right? Maybe we do actually, what if we took the second note? Oh. Dang it, messed up my hotkey. And then move it up an octave, right? There we go. Hello. Hello again, Sophie. How's it going? Welcome back. Icy, how's it going? Thank you. I hope you're having a blessed day as well. Maybe move an octave up. Nope, too much. I don't know if I like the bass notes here. I think they're a little too much. No, you just get rid of them. A little too complex. Going well. I've been here listening for a while now. You do good work. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm trying, you know, but we all got to start somewhere, right? So, for sure. I really do appreciate it. But thank you for the lurk. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I think we can actually move on to maybe some sort of a melody. The question is, what am I using for it? I guess we can go. I really want to make this work. Where is it? Is it this one? But it sounds too similar. Too similar to this. They're just sine waves. So I might need to pick something else. Let's just try to find a good lead, right? Right now we're just gonna go through. Actually, we're gonna go through leads. We're gonna find one. Like what? I need like something that's like a little chill. Maybe this one. Here, let's write this down. Vivid. could use something like this, which basically just, let's write this one down too. This is why I need to work on sound design. Because I have plenty of presets. But if I want to find sounds so similar though. But if I want to make my own, if I want to find something that's perfect, I have to make my own. I might be able to work with that if I... It's a pluck though. Oh, my apologies for your ears. I really don't want to have to go through all of these. Focus. Focus, Ghostish. Wrong genre, wrong genre. We're doing BGM. But this one... Instead of rating down... I already did, cool. Alternatively, let's mess around with this one. It's not too bad. I was gonna say alternatively I could just use... Try to find like a stock piano. The question is, should I keep the reverb or not? Let's turn the reverb off and play around with this, right? No, it's not gonna fit. Let's try to find... I'm just gonna keep playing this while I find something so that way I can... Let's try this one out. Oh, it's arpeggiated. This one's chorded though. Sound selection so much like... I feel like sound selection is the hardest part. Hardest part of production. Oops. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I could look on... Let's try Vital. Okay. I think. Hold on. It's actually. Sorry, I know I totally didn't finish my thought. So I want to say like the lead. These are all percussions, sequence. Let's duplicate this down. And then actually we're going to take this. And instead we're going to do some chords. Galaxy! Hi! Now I'm super nervous. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to the Phantom Frequency. How's it going? I think I might use that. I'm not sure. Your hair is wet right now, so you can only hear me speak. No worries, no worries. I appreciate you stopping by. How are you doing today? Let's write this one down. I kind of like it. I might be able to make this one work. Ooh, this one's. Oh, duh. I could just do cross. I could do some like a road. Pretty good. Might order out to eat soon. Very nice, actually. Yeah, I've been spending too much time. I have to end the stream in about 45 minutes because I have to run some errands, and I actually might eat something too. I do have food at home though that I should probably eat. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with the road right here. Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm struggling to find a. This is why I need to learn sound design, right? But I'm struggling to find like a good preset for my my chords. Can I move this? No. Maybe? It's a little soft though. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I have an idea. We're going to take this, we're going to duplicate this one down, and then we're going to use this one later. This one's called Stony Cat. And then we're gonna change this one. Let's close that out of this, and we'll turn that off. Then we're going to take this, and we'll do Crossroads. Do I have any other road stuff? What's that sound like? Nope. This was nice, chill, already set. Let's cue this out a little bit. And then we're just gonna move this down, because I don't even know if I'm gonna use it. We'll see. Wait, what? Uh-oh. So right now my hotkeys for velocity are not working. Whoa, no, I don't want to close, but I should save. Hold on, I gotta look this up. I hit a button and now like my hotkeys velocity hotkey doesn't work. It's supposed to be C and V, right? Where my velocity is supposed to be changing, but it's no longer changing, right? Like I usually have this tooltip. So wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I just learned something new. That's great. Okay, so I just changed the default one, but it still doesn't change. It's weird. It's fine. Control, maybe? Nope. Shift? Alt? Nope. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let's see. If I did something. Okay. I didn't think about doing this, but actually this sounds... Maybe... No. Maybe something like... Hmm. Now it sounds kind of off. What kind of food are you going to go out to eat, Galaxy? I think maybe if I do some nope. Okay, close. Hmm. Not quite. Ah. Can't figure this out. Hold on. Close. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's start this over, right? I guess what I could do is not really what I wanted to do, but guess I don't even know if you can. It's not exactly like what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere with this. Let me think. I don't know. I kind of want to scrap this. The chords. I like the drums. All right, I think the drums are fine. Oh, okay. I gotta give myself. Okay, I've got like 25 minutes, and then I have to hard stop there. Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, right? We're just gonna scrap this and then we're going to go and do, let's change back to C major, which means we need to change our drums. I feel like I wanted to experiment with something a little different, but I think before doing that, where's my drum bus? Right here. Before doing that, I have to get comfortable with experimenting with, I feel like, the basics first, right? So for this, we're gonna go back to C major, and then let's just throw down the usual. What I'm comfortable with for the time being. Headphones on, time to hear. Oh no. So okay, we're gonna throw on the usual, right? And then let's, and then we're gonna do, let's try going for, wait a second. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, good. Maybe something like that? Okay, okay. Not sure if I like that, honestly. Maybe we stick with, why is BGM so hard? Maybe instead we do something like this. Okay. This could be the melody, actually. So let's try. Nope. Let's try this. And that's not what I want. Let's go with some. Nope. Let's go with Serum, and then the specific lead that I want. Nope. Okay. It's too high. I think maybe we go. Yeah, and then down an octave. Okay, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's see. Nope. Just this one. Too long. Actually, I think what if we did... Okay, okay. Maybe something like this. Okay, okay. It's not bad. Let's duplicate this down and then we'll make some changes. What if we... That's too low. Because I kind of want to move the... Maybe we go up an octave. Because I really like how it sounds here. I like this octave right here. But then you can't really hear it. Then that's too high. Yeah, it's supposed to be BGM. It's really... So normally I make kawaii future bass or a little bit more things with high energy. And so I'm having such a hard time with, like, my last two BGM songs were like just so... I was not happy with. So I'm not too sure where to go about from here. Absolutely. I will always take it. I have 15 minutes though before I have to end stream. But I will definitely... I would love it. 100%. If you want to, like, schedule a time or something like that. I'm flustered now. I don't know what I'm doing. I've heard a little bit. Well, I've heard that one song, right? And yeah, I've heard that one song, and just from that one song, I can tell that you definitely know what you're doing. Oh, okay, cool. That alone is a lot of help. Send me anything and I can show you different ways to add onto your track. 100%. Do you prefer like I can just send you like a video of kind of like my arrangement and then what it sounds like, and then you can give me pointers. That's all right. This one's okay. I don't like this ending right here. But we'll work with it for now and then change it up maybe. Video's fine. If you want, I could send you a link to one of your... Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely take a listen to it. 100%. There we go. Now it stands out a little bit more. Actually, that's not too bad. Send you the link on Discord. It's a Cosmic Radio submission in progress, but I don't mind if you play it on stream either. Oh, cool. Absolutely. Yeah. If you want me to play it on stream right now, I can. If not, that's fine. I can actually give a listen to it right now. Honestly, if you want to send it over now, I can play it on stream, because I'm not going to lie, my brain has already shut down for producing right now, which is so unfortunate. Dude, I've been using Shadow. Oh, sorry. Here, let me copy this and paste it in the... Nope. My bot automatically deletes it. So... but yeah, let's take a listen. I've been using Shadow as my reference track. I've been listening to like Superstar. Dude, sometimes I'll listen to his music and I get so demotivated because I'm just like, how do I make these sounds? All right, let's take a listen. Let's turn that down. Copy it educationally. I could, yeah. But I don't know. I don't play any instruments. You know what I mean? And so I know, and I know very, very minimal music theory. So it's like that is kind of like a barrier. That's kind of... Oh, there's an ad going. Yeah, 100%. And so it's like I definitely, right now, since I have a goal to finish a track per week, it's I'm so focused right now on like getting a track out that I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to learn the keyboard just a little bit, you know, a little bit more music theory and whatnot, but yeah, it's definitely a journey for sure. All right, let's take a listen to this. There's so much going on in this track. I feel like there's a lot of layers. Something's a bit hard to work on since you have no idea what to do at the moment. I like this breakdown section right here. It's nice. Ooh. So I'm actually aiming for more. It's close. This one's. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the song. So when it comes to BGM, I'm actually aiming for more slower tempo, chill, a little bit more chill, kind of similar to Shuttle. When it comes to Kawaii Future Bass, I really like these chords. That was really, really good. Thank you for sharing. So I'm looking more for like a little bit more slower tempo for BGM, right? Like I said, a little bit more like Shuttle, like this, like 3:03 p.m. was one that I was using for. This one's called Superstar. Let me turn it down. So, okay, yeah. So this one, I guess it's like it's got like trap drums, but like the melody is very. All right, Wildwood, thank you so much. I appreciate the lurk. Thank you. Could break down the song. This one right here. I mean, I'll take the offer. I'll take any help I can get, honestly. You can understand each layer. Did you? Okay, so question. Did you have? We're gonna go ahead and save here. If I had a just chatting overlay, we would switch to it. But honestly, it's really just kind of boring looking. Did you have any what's it called? Background in music prior to starting producing or production? Actually, we can do something like this. Where is it? Window capture, there we go. Whoops. It was, you were a violinist, but that's about it. It helped with understanding pitch, but for actual composing, practically useless. Fair enough. I mean, there's still definitely that sorry, I'm like distracted right now. Boom. Kind of wanted to try this. I gotta fix that. Anyway, so that's a fair point. Pitch is super important though. Composing, yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, I don't play an instrument, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like when it comes to composing, piano is like very, very, or any type of keyboard work is like really, really good for that. But violinist is still really good though. How long were you producing for? Let's fix this. There we go. On and off for a lot of years, but only just started actively doing it last year. Okay, yeah. I mean, what did you do to? Because I want to be able to. I want to be able to do what you just said. You know what I mean? Break down the song, understand each layer just by hearing it. You know what I mean? Like that. That's I feel that's like the first step I feel like to really being able to. I mean, obviously recreate songs and gain different ideas and learn from other tracks. Bass chords, melody, drums. Hmm. Split each sound with that in mind. That's a fair point. So like if we're breaking this track down first, right? It would be you have the melody, you have the chords, you have a little bit of ear candy, and then a riser comes up. Hey, what's up, Wave 909? How's it going? The chords are just one instrument. But I feel like so it breaks down into two different synths, right? Here. But during the drop, it turns into a low pass saw with a pitch up. Ah, okay, yes. Wow, and then yeah, the bass comes in here. So you just spent a lot of time, like breaking music down, or breaking down songs, I assume. I mean, that's the best way I think that you can go about it, is really just to listen, like actively listen, um, with it. I'm doing well. I'm glad you could swing by. Thank you. We're actually towards the end of the stream, but I'm doing well. I got a couple errands to do, and then I will be back in a couple hours, around 5:30 PST, maybe a little earlier. We'll see. And I'm gonna be streaming Clair Obscure. Really fun. It's a great great game so far. Then towards the more plucky half, it's just a basic saw with low pass filter with some unison. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think I'm just not putting in enough hours, like listening, like actively listening to music, and then like breaking down the song, because a couple of the songs that I made that I actually like. I do make music. I did make music this stream. I'll play it back, but honestly, like, it's such a rough draft, and I'm not happy with it. But I definitely like some of the songs that I've made were from spending time breaking down songs that I enjoyed listening to, and like trying to not recreate it, but using the same song as an inspiration. But like BGM is like such a new territory for me, you know what I mean? When I show you how easy the sounds you just heard are to make, you're going to be surprised that you didn't figure out sooner. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much again for swinging by and you know, offering knowledge and offering help. That's a great idea. It helps understand structure of songs. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me go ahead and play this back. Like already, I don't like the chords. Galaxy, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you.
Glee Composer followed your channel.
Glee Composer. Glixie. Yeah, but absolutely. I really like the drums that I have so far. I think it's got an okay groove to it, but like the chords and like the melody, I'm not happy with, like, at all. Yeah, usually I make Kawaii Future Bass, The couple weeks ago, I experimented with, I think it's called color bass. And so yeah, there's a quite a like there's maybe like out of okay, so I have a goal this year to complete and finish a track per week. I started producing in December of last year, so about 5.5 months ago. And yeah, like I feel like the best way to gain experience is to do a track per week for me, and so I've been doing that. Out of 20 tracks I've made, I like 3 of them. But that's part of the process, right? You do techno. Techno's cool. Yeah, techno's pretty chill. There's a lot of variety in techno, I feel like. So um I think for me, techno is not my genre per se, like to listen to, because to me, it's, I mean, techno's different, right? But to me, like techno is a little, sounds all the same. But I think it's just because like it's not my taste, right? And so like, but I have heard some techno that's like really, like for example, trance can be kind of boring for me. But there are some trance songs that I'm just like, yo, this is really like cool. I think there's just like variety. Like I really like dubstep because like the different drops and stuff like that is really, there's so much variety. In one year you're gonna like none of them. It's just a curse of an artist. Yeah, I know. Already like I think week 15 I made a track called Echo-chan, and I was just like, it was my first time experimenting with like vocal chops, and I was just like, oh man, I really liked it. And then the very next week, I made something else called Spectral Dawn, and that one I was like, oh, like I don't even like Echo-chan anymore. Like Spectral Dawn was really really good. And then like I made a couple songs that I was just like, oh, like this is like so bad. And then I made Soulwire Protocol, which was my color bass track, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed that one. And then last week I tried BGM again, and I was just like, this sucks. One thing to learn is also hop in Ableton without necessarily wanting to make a track, but just experiment, sound design, and whatever comes out of you, just store it in a folder. Oh, okay. Those sound design sessions come in handy when you have a creative block. That's a fair point. Mr. Ginger, thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate it. More people for whoever I decide to raid, because I am ending the stream soon. But actually, yeah, let's look for someone to raid right now. Learn composition though, piano at first, sound design comes later. Yeah. Sound design is definitely something that I need to work on, but also learning how to actually play, I feel like is kind of necessary too. So you could do both. If you depend too much on sound, you're gonna struggle with composition. Yeah, for composition, I've literally just been like plugging stuff in. I'm not even lying. Like I've just been like plugging notes in until I have something in my head, but I'm like, okay, like you'll see me like try to figure out, like for my chords, right? I was just like, oh, that doesn't sound right, and then I'd adjust accordingly until I find like the note that I'm looking for in my brain, which takes way too much time. Tsundere Twin Tails, I really like. Yeah, Snail's House, Tsundere Twin Tails, Linear Ring, I really really enjoy. Their songs are just a sine wave and possibly a square wave bass low pass. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like, dude, the sounds that they use sound like it's so simple to recreate, and yet I'm literally struggling to create it. But yeah, okay. Cool. So there's someone I want to raid. Okay. But yeah, I have to end the stream here. I gotta pick up my nephew from somewhere and drop him off. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Message real quick on Discord after stream. Yeah, 100%. Galaxy, thank you so much for stopping by, and for offering to help mentor me a little bit. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, let's see. Cool. So I'm going to end the stream soon. I'm gonna raid someone, but I will be back later tonight, in maybe about 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm gonna be streaming Claire Obscure. The person I'm raiding is actually playing Claire Obscure right now. It's such a good game. It is. It's pretty violent heavy, but man, it's really fun. It's a turn-based game, and so we're actually going to raid someone there. Everyone else, thank you so much for the lurks. Thank you for the follow, Galaxy, and thanks for the company. So we're gonna go ahead and start it, and if you guys would be so kind to join me, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Phantom Frequency. I also have a Discord if you want to swing by and join. But remember, even in the darkest night, the light draws us together. Come meet me in it. Stay blessed and much, much love. Bye. See y'all later.